Guys, welcome to TC Deals. This is where Todd entertains us and brings deals, and you get to bring your deals. You to talk about your service. If you've got cars to sell or houses to sell, this is the place to talk about it. There's a couple disclaimers we want to give you. Real estate by its very nature can be risky. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You always should talk to an attorney, talk to an accountant. And our second disclaimer is everything we're saying tonight is a lie. If you like it, try it on. And that means really don't sue us. So this is a networking meeting, and I'll turn it back to Todd. Glad to have you here.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Definitely would like, anyone that has any questions about wholesaling or any type of real estate, please, this is a place to ask. And I love trying to help people. It helps me. I was listening to a podcast today, and something I want to start doing and implementing is starting to record my phone calls when you're talking to customers, because it just, when you hear other people talking, and I was listening to this other guy doing it, and you could just see what they do, and you could steal some things from them. And it just helps you, it's just a conversation. That's all it is. Why are you smiling, Mark?
Do you think that helped me?
No.
You can talk about mine.
Your calls are the best. It's so funny. Every time it's like they're about to say something, and you say something, and they stop, and you stop, and it's like, oh, it just doesn't flow.
I get the information.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, we put deals together.
You know what? If you're 30 years younger, it doesn't matter now. They don't, you tell them, look, I've been doing this a long time, blah, blah, blah. And that's all. That's a lot of credibility. One thing I've been adding to when I'm talking to someone new, or if I meet them, I always ask them, I said, how did you hear about me? Did you hear my commercial on the radio or TV? I always ask them that question, because then it just gives you like celebrity status. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so anyway, a lot of times, sometimes they even say yes. They say, really? How did you like it? They think I'm the one son on Bernstein Law Firm.
Yeah.
I heard someone say that once. I was like, oh man, thanks. But anyway, I was listening to the guy making phone calls, and it's the podcast Wholesaling Inc. And he's so right. There's only 6 questions when you call someone and say, hi, this is Todd. Hey, how you doing? Are you the owner? Yeah, I know this is out of the blue, but I was just calling, to see if you would take a fair cash offer for your property, right? And there's 6 questions that they're gonna say, the seller or the person you're calling is gonna ask you. And if you practice and you have good answers to those 6 questions, and it just gives you the confidence, and you sound right and everything else. Anyone know any idea of what one of the answers would be to, what they would say? I'll give you some easy ones. They're either going to say yes, they're going to say no, they're going to say maybe, they're going to say, how did you get my number? How much will you pay? And there was one more. Hang on. Yes, no, maybe. How did you get my number? How much? And oh man, I can't remember the other one. Jeez, I know what it is.
Come to you.
Yes, no, maybe. How did you get my number? How much? I don't know. I can't remember. That'll be next week. I'll answer that.
Yeah.
Not believe I can't remember it.
So what's the answers?
Yes, no, maybe. How did you get my number? That's simple. I'll say, I was just in the area. We love your area that we're buying in, and and we just get names and numbers. It's pretty easy. You could get my number if you wanted to, but just checking this, then I just get off the subject from there. And yeah, I was just reaching out to see, with us, when we buy houses, we pay cash. It's not like you're working with a real estate company. There's no commissions. We're paying the closing costs. It's really easy and so, and we buy as is, and you tell them all the good things. And then if they just say no 2 or 3 times, well, let me ask you this. Do you have any other properties that you're looking to sell that might need some love or need some, work and things like that? You got to always shoot it out. They say no on that. Say, well, is it, I would like to see how I could get an offer over to you. Maybe not now, I could follow up in 2 months and this and that. So you could always just kind of figure out what their situation is. Once they start opening up, you can have a good conversation with them. That's all you're looking for. You're not going to force someone to sell their house if they don't want to sell it. That's a definite. You're not going to do that. But if they like you and they were thinking about it, maybe not now, maybe a month, maybe 6 months or 8 months, if you could get that out of them, you could be in front of their face every 2 months and make sure when they are ready, they're the ones that they're talking to you, or you're calling them. Or if they like you, you said, can I mail you some information? You could keep it. And when you're ready, or if you ever have any type of questions, real estate questions, anything, it doesn't cost anything. Just give me a call. I've been doing this a long time, stuff like that. But that's just, that's just a tip there. But anyone, Sarita, wait, someone chatted. Let's see what oh, perfect. Anyone have any deals or services or anything that you're looking for, or any questions that we can answer?
This is Sarita. I can just, I guess, say a little bit about myself. I'm just newly starting out in wholesaling. I've been looking in different markets, like I'm doing Detroit, which I do have 3 contracts.
Nice.
I'm not sure if they're good deals because no one is like reaching out about them really. Just people maybe trying to rent the home or do a land contract.
I definitely want to talk to you about those, but keep going and then we'll go back to that, okay?
Yeah, so I've also been looking in the Memphis area, Houston, and San Antonio, and I've been thinking about Atlanta.
Okay. Where do you live at?
I live in Detroit.
Okay. And how long have you been wholesaling?
I just started in April.
Okay. Well, you're doing good. You got 3 contracts. That's really, in my opinion, I think that's really good. So let's talk about one of your deals that you got. I know Detroit really, really well. What's the address?
One of them is 4691 Balfour.
Okay, I know right where that's at. Yep, Balfour 48224. It's right there at between Warren and Mac over there. Is it Balfour? It's probably a below average block.
Yes.
Okay. Is it brick or frame?
It's brick.
It's a brick house. Is it rented? Is it vacant?
It's vacant.
It's vacant. Okay. And is it in bad condition? Like it needs everything?
So the seller converted it from a multi-family to a single family home. So he started some of the rehab on the lower level, but the upper level needs like a full rehab.
Okay. And
so it has like a kitchen upstairs, a kitchen downstairs, a bathroom up, bathroom down, because it was a a 2-family flat.
Okay. Did they
So
have 2 furnaces and 2 hot water tanks at one point?
Didn't have any there at all.
Right.
One or
Okay. So they got him. And what are you asking to sell the house for? I don't want to know what you got it under contract for, but what are you asking? What are you looking to get?
was helping me out with the numbers, and so the ARV I have for 185 and the sale price is 69.5, and it needs about $60,000 in rehab.
Okay. The sale price is not even near 185. See, Detroit is totally different, okay? It's just a different animal. I don't care if you're a realtor. I'm gonna share my screen. If
Okay.
we don't got a lot of people on right now, so I'm gonna just hang on, let me share this. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So let me go real time. So first of all, this is the house, right?
Yes.
And this is the block here. This picture was taken a year ago. All right, so you got
It looks pretty much the same.
on this side of the street, you got, you know, it's like it's a below average block. It's not horrible, but this is the house. Now, so if this house was fixed up really nice on this block, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna figure out what it might be worth, okay?
Okay.
But that house is a house that's it's a 2-family. It's for an investor only. No one's gonna pay a 180 to have a rental house. Okay.
Yes.
So let's see. All right, here we go. All right. Sorry. Is this all right, Mark? We're gonna do this real fast. All right. So
I was muted. Go for it.
all right.
This
This
is
is
real
a
good.
2-unit right here, 52,000, 73,000. But this is what's sold. So this is a house that's sold on Chatsworth for 73,000. This would be 2 units. This is a $52,000 house here. But see, on this side of the road, now we're starting to, here's a 55, here's a 95, but Devonshire starts getting a little bit nicer. 59, 59, 94 on Haverhill. It's active though. That doesn't mean anything. You know, we're really, the 59, here's a 75 that's sold. Corville is a lot nicer of a block. So once you get over here, this one's active right now for 35. Okay, let's just look at it. Probably needs everything. Yeah. Investor, perfect, multifamily, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this needs everything. I was trying to see if it's bank owned. I don't see where it's at. It doesn't really say it. $23,000, $11,000. Over this way, it gets worse. Getting better as we go this way. Okay.
Yes.
So let's look at a 52,000 and see if we got any. And a lot of times, all right, there's 18 pictures here, okay? So this one got a good roof, clean. That's actually granite. It's a good looking, you know, good looking house. They fixed it up nice. It's not like A+, but for a rental unit, it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they sold this one about the same square footage as yours in 6 days up here. When the last they sold it on, it closed on May 4th. It was a cash sale for 52,000. Okay, Leonard Pickett, we know him, Mark. He's a good guy. Yeah. So, and that was houses in good shape. And this is how people are going to look at. So the guy that said it was worth 180 something, I don't even see a house that even says a 180. You know what I mean?
You know, I think because when we were looking up comps, because it was converted to a single family, that's what we were looking up, single family homes.
Okay, so let me look at single families really fast in this area, okay?
Yeah.
And we're
At one point, I had 350 rental properties, and when I got out, I took my multiples and converted them to singles, Todd.
yeah,
I
yeah, you're right.
get dollars, but I was spending big money on the rehab, so.
But my thinking is on that block,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be hard to. I mean, I wouldn't know anyone that would pay 100,000 for a single family home.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have it at a 2-family as an investor. So here's a single family on the same block for 16,000. See the house?
Yes.
Oh, it's not the same block. It's on Somerset, 1 block over. I thought it was the same block. Here's one for 27, which that one looks decent, but it probably needs work. All right, here's one for 109. This one sold on Somerset, and they fixed it up.
Nice.
Actually, I know that lady. Oh, you know what? Here's what they did. Unless it was a, let's see, we'll tell you. Nope, it was and it passed an FHA appraisal. So we're getting, if you made it into a single family home, that would be a good comp for you right there, right? 109. Here's 9,000, 10,000. That's a rental. 85,000, 31. And this is everything that's sold in the last, 6 months. 95,000, 60, 85. You probably looked at this comp here on Devonshire was 176,000. I'll promise you this. Remember this address, 100 Devonshire. It'll be in foreclosure. It's a beautiful, yeah. See the character to this house,
Yes.
and yeah, that's why they got. I'm surprised they sold it for that much, but that's great. So just by looking at this really quickly, it's $100,000 home fixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 100. To make it look like that house here, to make it look like this, it sounds like, you're probably looking at 40 grand, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I run the numbers is if I was a fix and flipper, I want to make at least, I really want to make more, but let's just say someone wants to make 20,000, okay? So you take 100,000, you subtract 10% for real estate commissions, holding costs, stolen furnaces, things like that. So now you're at 90,000.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make 25 grand in my pocket. now I'm at 65,000 and I gotta put 40 grand in there to make it look nice. Is that what I said? 40, yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta buy this house for 25 grand. Okay.
Oh, I'm way off.
And then you gotta get it for 20 so you can at least make 5, right?
Yes.
So I still think the yeah, so that's where, you know, like Mark what might have been saying, or Mark, I think I heard him say, you got to go back and renegotiate it. And you might be way too far away to, you know, if you offer them a $20,000 offer, you know,
Yeah.
but but there's a couple of ways you could do it. You know, I could go in there with you and talk to them and kind of give them, you know, tell them what's going on in the neighborhood. And that's one way. And we could maybe offer them terms where, you know, say, look, there's no way, let's say you got it for 50,000. I don't know what number you got it under contract for. If you had it at 50, then I would say, do you have it at 50 or higher?
A little less.
Okay.
Yeah, like 48, 421.
Okay. All right. So then I would be I would be, you know, I would just have the heart to heart with them and say, you know, Mr. Seller, you know, I'm not, you know, I've got a partner that was working with me and he was telling me the values all fixed up was this, this, and this. And you could tell him you're more the West Side gal. You know the West Side better than the East Side, so that's why you brought him in. And just I would ask him. I'd say, "What do you think this house is worth all fixed up?" I just want to hear his number. You know, if he said 176,000 or 150, then I would be like, "There's no comps that are selling for that. There's no way." I mean, highest comp is down the street on Somerset that was fixed up nice. They probably put 50 grand into it to make it look as nice as it is. And it sold for 109. Then there's real estate commissions and holding costs and things like that. So, and that's prior to the coronavirus, you know. So anyway, you got to kind of try to find out what his bottom line is. And it's less than, if it's more than 20, then you try to get it on terms. Say, look, the only way we could do this is we could pay you so much a month and pay you 500 a month and pay the taxes and insurance and closing costs and everything else. At least you're getting something, and then we'll pay you off in 5 years. But you know, when you figure out that price, it might be 30 grand or something like that. So
it looks like there's enough comps there that you could just sit down with them and show them the reality of the whole.
Yeah. And if he knows that area, he knows what's going on too. So, but that, you know, this is all learning, right? You're learning.
Yes.
Well, you're doing good. The fact that you tied it up and took actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So one quick question, I won't take up too much time. So being that it was a multifamily, should I look for comps that are like 2-family flats instead of just because he converted it to a single family home?
Yeah. So
should I
if it was
look at comps as
if it was a really nice block, I would, even if it was a 2-family, I would first figure out what the seller is thinking. If he's thinking a lower number, then you're gonna get it, and then when you pitch it out, you're pitching it out as a single family, okay? Because if it was a nice block, you could make it into a big single family house, nice, and sell it for more money, right? You know, because the closer you are to Auto Drive here, Autobahn. Now you're getting closer to East English Village. These houses
Right.
do sell for $150,000, $160,000.
Yeah.
Okay, they
Yeah.
just have, you know. So I really, I in Detroit, I don't even look at comps because unless I'm in unless I'm in a certain like East English Village or Rosedale Park and things like that. But I'm looking at cash flow, ROI, and things like that, in the condition of the house. You know, I got a house today, Telegraph and Auto Drive area, like Plymouth Road. It's like blocks from Redford,
Yeah.
and I know the area. It's a colonial, beautiful block. Those houses are selling for $80,000, $90,000, and then one down the street would sell for 40. You know, it just depends on the situation. But anyway, long story short, I still can't sell it to anyone for $50,000.
Right.
You know, because it's more of a, unless I want, you know, I gotta get, you just gotta get it cheap so you could still make your money and sell it to someone fast where they're gonna make money, you know.
Yes.
You know, so that's the deal. So yeah, yeah, Detroit's just different. I mean, I'm more than happy to go over any of the other ones if you like. Really.
No, I don't want to take up all the time.
Okay. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all in the same area, so now I have an idea. You
Okay.
know, he owns all 3 of the properties.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Well, you could go back to him. You could say, I thought I was buying it for 46,000 for all 3.
Yes.
But
thank you for your time.
yeah, but you know what, Sharita, I'm sure you got a good rapport with the guy. You're
Yes.
you're nice,
Yes.
and you could just you know, just let him know that you know, just let him know that you just, you know, you just didn't run it right, and that's it. But you're still interested. Does he know that you're wholesaling it?
I did not say I was wholesaling. No, I didn't put that out there.
Okay.
No.
Well, here's what I'll give you an idea. When you go back to him, you say, you know what, my guy that I work with, he, you know, I find the houses, he brings the money. And how long ago did you get him under contract?
June 1st.
June
So
1st.
I
So
have
recent.
until July 1st.
Okay. Say the guy that I work with, you know, he's the one that brings all the money, but with everything that's going on right now, he just laid a bomb on me, and he just told me that right now he's not buying anything else. But I got a network of people that I deal with, that would be interested in it, but not at this price. So
Right.
me and you gotta talk and see if I can help you, still make you happy. But not just me, but I don't think anyone's gonna ever, you know, the more I dug into it and talked to a couple of guys that own a lot of properties in the zip code, you know, you just keep talking and talking and try to convince them that you're still the lady that is gonna get this done, but it's gotta be way lower,
Yes. Okay.
right?
Yes, I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. No
Thank
problem
you.
at all. All right. Yeah, anytime, Stephen, you got anything today for us?
No, not really. Not really. No.
No? Okay. Crystal, how you doing? Let me unmute her. Hey, Crystal, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. You got any deals to tell us about? Any questions or?
No questions. I have some tenant occupied properties that I got today, but I don't have the details in front of me as far as the numbers and stuff. But I think like one was on the east side, the rest was west. 48235, 48219.
Okay, on the west side, 48235, 48219.
Uh-huh. And then I think one of them was 48205, the one on the east side.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do you know what you're looking to get for them yet or not yet?
The prices off the top of my head, I think it was like 37.5 up to 40, no, up to like 52.5. So
Okay.
some were like 4 bedrooms. Rents were up to like 850. I think that was the highest rent. Was 850.
Gotcha. Where do you how do you pitch out your deals when you want to sell them? Do you have a buyer's list? What kind of methods do you use?
Yeah, I have a buyer's list, or if I have someone who reaches out to me, saying they're looking for stuff, and if I have something that fits them specifically, I'll just shoot it over to them instead of blasting it out.
Okay. Awesome. I do a little bit of everything. I put them on Craigslist. I put them in 15 groups on Facebook. I have a buyer's list of 1,000 plus. I know a lot of people too that I send it to, and connectors, investors, and our meetup site has 6,000 plus members that we shoot it out to also, and anyone could use that meetup site also. So I just
Anybody can post on your Facebook too, Todd, right?
yeah, and TC deals, you can post it there. So I just try to get it out. You just gotta get it in front of that right person, and sometimes even when you email people, they just don't look,
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the key. That's how you make the money, is when they say you make it when you buy it, but I don't agree to that. I think you make it when you sell it. When for sure.
How was the response rate on connected investors? I stopped using that a while ago because I didn't get anything from it.
I don't like it that much either, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I figure there's a lot of people on there, but I haven't sold one yet from it. So, but
Yeah, me either.
it's just in my process. I used to have success with bigger pockets on some deals, but I quit paying for the membership because I didn't use it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's good. All right, so yeah, if you got any other questions about anything, or just chime in.
Yeah, I did have a question, Todd.
Okay.
Want to say, like, I was actually before about Deal Machine, but I see last week you was like with Detroit property records and stuff, and I think you was talking to the guy. You was like, Deal Machine ain't good for Detroit, huh?
In my opinion, I mean, it depends on if you're just using it to get their names and stuff like that. But yeah, because a lot of the times you're not going to be sending it to the right owner.
Yeah.
So that's the the MLS. You're not a realtor, are you?
No, I'm not a realtor. No.
Sarita, are you a realtor, or Crystal?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Crystal, are you a realtor? But anyway, let me show you, I'm going to share my screen one more. Oh, no, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm a realtor. I work with buyers. I work with sellers and on wholesale. And, but, if anyone wants to be a realtor, and you go to real estate school, I could give you a coupon, and I give you a bunch of study questions and everything else. And you definitely look into the brokerage I'm with. I'm with Villa. We have so much really good, very investor friendly. You can still wholesale and do your thing. And, but we have a lot of great tools for new agents and experienced agents. But long story short, Stephen, so here's let's find, like in Detroit, I'm on the Real Comp right now. This is what you have access to. I go to Wayne County. All right, boom. And I'm gonna type in an address, let's say 1943 Louise. All right, so this will tell me who the owner is. Right here.
Yeah.
Address. But not just that. If they had a mortgage, there I look and see if it was listed. No, it never was. And then I go to full report. So here, this is how you double check and see who the real owner is. Because they might have sold it a year ago and the person, well, no one down here. These are the people that own it. Let me try to get a better example, okay? Hang on. Let's see, what's another house I could look at? Let's try this. If you have any addresses that you could think of, Stephen, let me know, okay? I will look them up. 11, where was that? 244. All right, so this is an LLC that owns it, Roots Assets. All right. And right here, see, he bought it in 2017 for $38,000. Okay.
Okay.
So that tells you. So if he did not file a property transfer affidavit, it would still show this lady's name, and from 05. So that's what happens in Detroit a lot. I'll bet you 50% of the time.
Yeah.
All right, so 7270 Faust. Oh, I'm in Oakland County. So anyway, and there's a lot of other ways, not just the names.
You know what, to tell you one truth, I got a building on 6 Mile. My wife was here. I got a hair salon. So the building next door was a vacant for a long time. So I took the address down, and I had tried to go on register deeds to find out who was the owner, and I ended up finding his name, and I looked him up on what's that one site?
Ben Verified?
What'd you say?
Ben Verified?
Yeah, like Ben Verified. I looked it up on there, and I found out who the owner was.
Right.
And they had 3 phone numbers for him, and I called the number, and I found the guy. But at the time, he just wasn't ready to sell the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I had did that on my own, just not even before I even started doing this. I had did that on my own. I was just thinking of how to find the guy, you know, and just knowing you just get kind of creative sometimes. When you really want to find out something, you go find a way to get it, you know.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
But I just say that to say, because I don't see a lot of the wholesaling channels, and that's what they say. When you try to look for something, do this, try this, that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, that's kind of technique I tried before.
Right. No, that's a good, I mean, you could try, you know, Deal Machine, you could get it free for a month and try it. Just use it every day and see if it works, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to, that's what I think about Deal Machine, so.
So is it good to sign up? Like y'all got that 27, what is it, 27 meetup?
Yeah, 27.
When you sign up for that, it has a lot of paperwork in there, a lot of videos and stuff in there to help you, huh?
Yep, absolutely. And then any questions you have or need anything else, you just contact Mark.
And that's for the 20s. You go to 27monthlymeetup.com, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And sign up for it. I think I'm gonna sign up for it, huh?
Yep.
The real advantage is, Stephen, if you need a form or something, then you can just call me too. I'll get it to you. I just sent Dawn an email asking her why she hadn't got something coming your way too.
Okay, that'll work.
So here's a list of properties that I have for sale. This one is in Royal Oak. I just reduced it. This is probably a $1,600 a month rental property. It needs work. It's at 122.5. It's probably worth 225, something like that. I just reduced. This is a beautiful house in Flint, in a good area. The house needs nothing. Beautiful, move-in ready. This one I just lowered it to 20,000. Actually, I'm gonna lower it to 19.9. Looks better. This one I think I got a contract on it. They told me they wanted it. The ROI is huge on this one. And let me just.
1943 Louise, was that by Davison area or something?
That's over there right off of like McNichols, between Woodward and Livernois.
Okay.
So here's my ROI sheet. So I had it listed for 13,750. Okay. Now I got it down to $10,000. Okay. And let's say, let me just raise 5,000 in repairs. Probably don't need that. And let's say you do Section 8. Yeah, $750 a month. The taxes I checked, insurance, management fee if you use a management company, and if you have $75 a month in repairs, look at the ROI. You'll make $475 a month in cash flow, and you'll get a 38% ROI on this. This is a killer deal. You know, so that's how.
Let's say Highland Park, but 1943, that's Highland Park, because Highland Park is like from Woodward start off at the low numbers. Then when you go down to second and third, it go up to like where the middle block is 100 and something. Then the third block is 200 and something. So it's got to be cross Hamilton.
Yeah, it's Highland Park mailing address, but it has a here's Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's Puritan. It's right here.
Yeah. Okay, I know you're talking.
Barton Park. This is really nice. This is up and coming right here. It's really Detroit, but it has a Highland Park address.
And Martin Park, that's close to down there by Livernois area, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Martin Park.
Yep.
Is that closer to Livernois area, Martin Park area?
It is. Yeah, it's between like Livernois.
Hello?
Puritan,
I
McNichols.
think Todd locked up on his computer.
Yeah, I think his computer locked up.
Am I unlocked? Am I unlocked? Can you hear me now? Let me know when you guys can hear me. Hey, Mark, can you hear me? Steven, can you hear me? Sorry, guys. Hey, Mark, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry about that. But not sure where I guess the internet here is not working right today.
Now, let me ask you a question. Like, I know, long story short, this lady from, one of my guys, he do home improvement. I'm pretty cool with, knew for a while. He used to do my houses back in the day. But long story short, he did a lady house. She had a house over there on the Parkside and 6 Mile. Them big homes over there, real nice homes, but it will be south of 6 Mile.
Okay.
South of 6 Mile, but it's still nice, pretty houses over there.
Right.
And she bought this house. She had this house for about 3 years. I remember when she bought it. She bought it off an investor in Detroit. And I think she paid maybe 40, 50 for the house.
Okay.
And she went in there and put some money in the house. The house I say about 85% finished from what it need. You know what I'm saying? It's on a nice block with all the big houses. But long story short, my partner guy that I know, I was telling her, I was like, man, ask the lady for me, do she want to sell a house? Because the house has been sitting for 2 years. And she in California. She just came up here and invest because she heard how Detroit was back then about 3 years ago. And she came up here and invest, but she never did know with the house,
Right.
But I didn't want to, because I asked the lady, Then I didn't want to go around him, but I think I might have to go around him because I asked him like 3 or 4 times to ask the lady what she was doing with the house, because I know she got the house sitting, so she knows she's paying taxes, insurance to keep the house, and she ain't doing nothing with the house.
Well,
You know, it's just sitting.
did he ever say he wanted the house?
Yeah, he did say that before. You're right. He said that before.
Well, I would, you know, it's sitting and it don't look like he's doing it. So I would go to him and say, look, I'm going to see if I can get this house. You know, I don't want you to, I guess if he don't give you the lady's number, and I don't know the whole situation. I mean, you just want to be, you know, ethical about it. If you think you're not doing anything wrong by going for it, go for it. If he can't get it, you got to try it, right?
Yeah, because I know back in the day, them houses over there sold for over 100,000 over there. Them nice brick house, 4-5 bedroom houses.
Yeah, it's probably in the University District over there.
Yep, over that area. Yep, that's exactly where it's at.
Yeah, it might be worth more. It might be
Mercy, about
yeah,
right down the street from it, about 3, 4, 5 blocks away. It's a real nice neighborhood over there.
yeah. That's Martin Park.
Okay, well that's the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
okay.
They're going for a lot of money now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Parkside, right there on Parkside too.
Yeah.
Nice brick home too.
What's the address? I'll go get it.
You know what? I don't know the address off the time, but hey, you laughing, but hey, if I go get the address, we might can both make some money. So hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, call me.
I'm not gonna argue. So I'm you know what? I'm gonna ride over there tomorrow if I get a chance. I'm gonna get the address.
All right.
Maybe you can look it up and find out something. You know.
All right, we'll split it. 50-50, baby.
Yeah, it's a nice house too. She did a lot of work in there too. I don't know what happened.
I'm sure it's not as nice anymore.
Yeah.
I had an attorney call me last week about 2 houses, and out-of-state owners just want to get rid of them. But I go, how do I get in? He goes, you just try to get in. So I goes, okay, if I send my locksmith with me and we get inside the front door, I'll get you guys a key. They said, yep. So I went there today and someone's living there. So we couldn't get in that house. And we're going to the other house tomorrow. I actually got the house sold that the squatter's in. The guy's gonna buy it without even seeing the inside. He gave me a price, so I gotta go and negotiate it with the attorney now, so I can make a kind of reverse assignment type deal. You know, I already know what the guy wants to pay. Now I'm gonna go to the attorney and say, look, I can pay this, so I can make my money on top of it. So it's kind of easier, I think.
Let me ask you, so what do you do? Like for advertising, you put a lot of banner signs out or stuff like that, or mailings, or?
You see Mark's face right there?
Yeah.
He's my advertisement.
Oh, okay.
I use Mark. You know, I make phone calls. I don't really advertise. If I was, you know, soon, hopefully sooner than later, my method is going to be just calling, you know, getting on the phone and calling. I think that's what I'm better at. And I like doing that instead of mailing letters and stuff like that. I think calling could give me, you know, enough business. I would like to get to a point where I'm getting a contract a day, you know, a contract a day for, you know, let's say I don't work Sundays, which I do, but 6 days a week times 4 is 24 days. So 24 contracts a month, and you should be able to close 50% of them, if not more. So that's I think that's obtainable, you know, or that's what I'm going to strive for. How's that?
Where do you get your list from? Your cold call list from?
Where do I get a list from?
He might not say.
Yeah.
I mean, tell you the truth, I be listening to a lot of, some people say go to list source.
Yeah, you get, that's what
one guy gave me, I told you I watched videos, and one guy gave me flipthisrealestatelyst.com to find a list. I guess it's different sources to find the list that you're looking for. You know.
Yep, those are all ways of getting lists. But yeah, the way I get it is through another someone system type deal that I can't say. And I think they're better than the list that you get from there.
Yeah.
But maybe not. You know, because everyone goes to list source or listability is another one, you know.
What
So
you say? What's the name of stability?
listability.
Listability.
Yep.
Yeah. And Stephen, how I promote it, I do bandit signs. We do a lot of handwritten signs and put them up. Print out flyers if the house is a good house and it's got the grass growing high and that. And we'll go up and put a big sign that says notice to the owner that we're interested and want to buy the house. Then what's interesting is all the neighbors come over and they call me wanting to buy that house. they can't read my sign or understand it. And then some of those people will say, well, I'm a cash buyer. I've got 2 or 3 more to give Todd where he might get a rough property that one of those people might buy. So that's some of the stuff I do.
Now, Todd, you got a website for your houses, Todd?
I got a link that you'll be able to, you know, you could go to every day. That's, you know, or go to my TC pages, you know, TC Deals is a good spot to find it, you know.
TCdeals.com?
Yeah. No, Facebook, TC Deals on Facebook. Do you go to Facebook?
No, I ain't got no Facebook account.
Well, you want to be a wholesaler?
You gotta get one. Huh?
Yeah, if you want to be a wholesaler, Stephen, you got to get a Facebook page.
Okay.
Right? I know Ron Woolraven has a Facebook page.
Stephen, you're pretty busy, right? It sounds like it. You've got 2 or 3 businesses, so you might want to look for people like Todd that you can just team up with and generate the leads to, and work them together. I think it'd be more productive for you.
Yeah.
It is for me. I've got a banner month going from a real estate standpoint, and a lot of that's because I've got a talent at being able to get the leads and working on finding stuff, and I'm spending money, you know, doing that. But if you get the right people like Todd that's going to jump right on it and stay on it, then it's a good situation for both parties.
Yes, sir.
Just 2 different talents coming together to make a security.
Todd, the one in Roll Up, what is that? That's just you're just looking for a cash buyer for that, right?
Yeah, cash buyer, the ugly house, needs a lot of work. It doesn't have a basement, but it's at Greenfield and 13 Mile. And you know, someone could burr it, they could fix it up, rent it. It would rent well. It would rent really well. But
Todd, you locked up again on your
Yeah,
phone.
you got bad reception.
Yeah, he does.
tell me when you can see me. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of internet companies. There he is. You're back.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
You can't hear all the stuff we're saying about you, can you?
No.
No, it's okay. We just wanted to make sure.
Yep, no problem. Well, I don't even know where we're at though. But anyway, hey Ron, what's up, man? You don't got your mask on.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Good. Any good deals? Anything to share?
Let me see. You want me to? Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get to the spreadsheet real quick here.
All right, let me figure out how to get you on. All right, let's see.
You can switch him over to host, right?
All right, let me try. I'll figure this out. All right. Pin video, make host. All right, I'm gonna make you host, Ryan.
Okay.
Boom. It's your show.
So that's what we got. The top and the blue are assignment deals that I don't own. That one on Waverly is a 3-family at Dexter and Davison. Wouldn't call that an up and coming, just north off 11. And a nice cookie cutter ranch in Dartmouth in Madison Heights of aluminum sided crawl with a huge garage. So if you go to my link, which is waymarkinventory.com, that spreadsheet is always hot. Just refresh it, shows everything that's new.
I like the Waverly house, Ron. Why is no one buying it?
I don't know. Maybe it's because the neighbor's got his pit bull in the backyard. I don't know. I'm with you. I'm into it for 12, meaning under contract at 12. I'll take anything. I'll even take 12 just to so I can make the seller happy.
You know what? I might get a buyer. I'll try to get more than 15. All right.
Okay.
I'll talk to him tomorrow. I showed him 3 houses today.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, all right. I seen that on your list a while ago, and I was like, that looks like a steal.
I had one on Grayton in East Ingles Village,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get rid of that house. I finally just the contract expired.
Right.
I've been doing this 8 years. I've had 3 contracts expire in the last month. That's the only 3 I've ever had expire. The world is backwards. It's upside down. It's tough.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Ron, can you give your number too, phone number, so everybody can get it?
yes, it's 586-413-6190. Texting me is always the best way to catch me.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, that Cherry Hill house. You still got that one? That's
Yeah.
that one we were talking about before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in redemption. 95's got to be the money to get paid. Otherwise, it's just going to go back to the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that guy and that owner that's in there, he's being stubborn about letting people in.
Makes it hard.
I just finally told him, dude, you're going to move out sooner or later, whether it's today or tomorrow.
If you sell it for him before redemption, at least it doesn't say he has a foreclosure, you know?
Correct. That's correct.
That's the only good thing, you know, because I'm sure he ain't getting any money.
No.
But he's been living there for a long time for free, so.
Yeah, he's kind of thinking it's going to go on forever, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Sweet. All right, so Waverly, let me write this down for tomorrow. All right, I'll make a few phone calls. Maybe we can get rid of that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then let's see, you got another Detroit on Deer. Oh,
It's in.
that's Detroit Street. Okay.
Yeah, that's a frame bungalow, but the base got huge issues. She strapped it, but it's still leaking. I've had Kunka and a few other guys look at that and walk away from it.
Yeah,
So that's a tough one.
I got you. Yeah, I had a beautiful house in Harper Woods. I could not sell. I could not believe it. Everyone would, and I got an estimate on the basement, and the basement wasn't even that scary in my mind, but you know, the fix it, overkill, fix it was like $9 grand.
Wow.
And, but the house was so cool, and you could fix that basement in the house, do a few other things to it. Kitchen and baths were perfect, and you could list that thing and make money. You know,
What street was that on?
Kingsville. It was Detroit with
Yeah.
across the street was Harper Woods. Yeah.
Yeah, that street's strange. It's hard to sell a house on that street.
Yep.
That and Washtenaw. Those two are difficult. They're too close to Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just got rid of one on Beaconsfield on Harper Woods that was probably half a mile north of I forget the name of that road.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's what's the name of that road? The east-west road that is the south border of Harper Woods, right? Which Kingsville is the one block north of that.
Oh, Moraine?
Yeah. So anyway, it was probably, like I said, a half a mile up from there, and I didn't have any trouble selling a house. So I thought maybe I would, because Beaconsfield is kind of a main road, but I sold it in a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get up by the streets called Woodside and Woodmont,
Yeah.
it's nicer over there. And Hunt Club, all those good streets.
Yeah, the ones with the acre.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Cool. All right. Well,
Let me stop
anything
sharing.
else, Ron? Any wisdom? Anything?
I'm like Mark. I think things are picking up quick. If he's having a good month, I've seen a lot of activity. The pretty houses on the retail side are selling like crazy.
Oh my.
Yes.
I got a buyer for 100 grand and less in like Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Taylor. And we put in 5 offers, strong offers, overpriced, overpaid. I mean, you know, what they're asking, and we can't get any of them.
Yes.
You know, and I got another one that's like a $250,000 range in like Commerce Township, White Lake, and things. And we're coming in strong too. It's just, it's crazy.
The couple guys I know that are, across the U.S., they're calling this the dead cat bounce. Right. The cat's falling and hit the ground on May 17th and bouncing back up because everybody's like rushing. Right. We're about halfway up that bounce. Like, meaning like in another month, we're going to really see what that downturn really is going to mean, I think.
Yeah.
So be ready for whenever that's going to happen.
Yep. That could be a good thing.
Hey guys, I gotta get off.
Hills.
I'll catch you later.
All right, Mark. Thanks.
Okay, no, thanks. Thanks,
All
Ron.
All right. Bye-bye.
Cool. Yep. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of good things in Flint right now. I got a couple houses there now that in the 48207.
Oh yeah.
A little better area, and then I got like 5 appointments in Flint tomorrow. I made it Flint Friday. Yeah. So. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to do a little more, and one in Burton. I got an appointment in Burton tomorrow also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'll buy everything in Burton as long as it's a good couple blocks from Flint.
Right. I can tell you. I tell you what street it's on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what street it's on.
Yeah.
It is Connell, Connell. You know what I
What's
mean?
Well, let me just.
What's that?
Let me just map it real quick.
Yeah, 2152 Connell. I trust you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know right where that is. That's the Flint, because you're like looks like you're about half a mile 475, which is the line. On the west side of 475 is actually Flint. It's probably mediocre.
It's a dirt road. I think all the roads are dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like Burton further. You know Mike Kennedy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a Mike Kennedy house all day. If it's a good turnkey type house, he likes to rehab them and turnkey them and manage them. So
Yeah. Well, this is,
that's a
yeah, I could probably get this one. And then they have another one in the same area, but across the freeway in Flint on Major Street.
right.
I could probably pick them both up for 20 grand together, you know?
This guy got like, yeah. This guy got a bunch of rentals he's unloading.
No, he's got 2 properties.
Oh,
He's just, the one on Major looks decent. Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna lock them both up tomorrow. So
have you been selling the stuff you got?
what? Yeah, I sold. You know what? A couple of my buyers went dark. A couple of my buyers went dark, and they're back now. Did you leave?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. I couldn't see it. So now they're back and they're buying stronger than ever. So, you know, they bought my inventory pretty much. I just sold 3 today to them, 1 yesterday, and I got a bunch more. You know, it's in Detroit. It's nice to have, you know, I listen to all these shows and podcasts and they say, you know, get 50 people coming into the house and they could bid them up and this and that. In Detroit, man, the faster I sell them, the happier I am.
Yes.
You know, and if you know the guy, you know he's not going to mess around and he's going to close and everything else. It's totally different, you know.
I had one on Southfield on Westbrook Parkway at 12 and Evergreen.
Yeah.
I got, you know who John Graham is?
I know John Graham well. I know of him, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's like on fire trying to buy houses. So I saw that appointment coming. So, hey man, come to this appointment with me, and when we walk out the door, tell me what it's worth to you. So he does it. He tells me like right on the spot, I'll give you this. I said, okay, give me a half hour. I'll work the numbers backwards and call you back. Made 20, cleared. I'm going to clear 29 grand.
Nice.
Yes.
That's
Like,
even better when you
like,
do that.
Bought it and sold it the half hour. Like, it can't get any easier than that with guys that buy. Just like you're saying, it's the guys that buy.
If you trust them and you'll have them come to the appointment with you before you even have it under contract.
Right.
That's even better.
Yes.
I did that today. So
Yeah. So if you got some suburban stuff, John Graham, I'll send you his number. He'll. What I do with him is I don't negotiate with him. He doesn't like it to negotiate. He just and if I can live with that number, then I just take it. I don't try to squeeze him for a couple thousand more. Just take the number and go.
he might like my Royal Oak house.
Yeah, he definitely would. He doesn't care. He's all about volume. He needs 10, 12, 15 houses a month.
Awesome. I remember in Detroit, back at my old job, I used to look at all the foreclosures and short sales. We would run into each other house after house after house after house. We rent. It's like we were thinking alike, you know. I would see him, he would see me, and yeah. He used to
So do
say,
you have his,
I was gonna go off the MLS and get it, but
yeah, I can send it to you.
okay, that'd be great. Appreciate it. I'll let you know how it goes too.
Okay.
But he doesn't buy Detroit anymore?
Not that our,
I don't know if you can hear me. It's breaking up.
I can,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. Hey, Ron, you ever heard of the book, or I listened to the book, whatever, audio book, Exactly What to Say, the Magic Words for Influence and Impact?
I haven't heard that book. No.
You should get it. I'm telling you, it's like $12.
Okay.
I learned a lot from it. I've studied it, and it's a lot of good stuff. You can use it in dealing with your wife and kids. You can use whatever. It really has some good. The guy did a good. I think he's Australian, and his accent's really good. So anyway, but yeah, Exactly What to Say by Phil M. Jones. But
Okay.
cool. All right, well, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'll try to sell that house tomorrow. Okay.
Perfect.
And is it easy to get inside of it?
Just reach out to Jessica
Okay.
and she can get you to lockbox code. There's 2 units. I think you can get to the upper unit by going around the back. Just don't go in the backyard.
All right.
One of the neighbors has got his pit bull back there.
Okay.
So the dog will bark and snarl, but I don't think when I was in there, he couldn't get into the house. So you should be able to go down through the back area, up like down the basement and back up
Okay.
to get to that other unit.
I'll shoot him.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
I
You
will.
and me both.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good
Okay.
night.
All right. Good night.
Yep. Bye. See ya.